What's up, book nerds, and welcome, Daily Theologians. So glad you're here. This channel exists to help equip and inspire you, to share hope, and also to simplify your life. So thank you so much for being here. Maybe you've had this moment in life where you wake up one day and wonder, where's all my money going? Why is there never enough? Enough. You don't have enough time. You don't have enough of the right house. You don't have enough of the right clothes or the right car. You don't have the right fashion. And on the list goes, whirling into oblivion. If you're stressed out of shape, struggling to rest from day-to-day life, or the coffee grinder of the 9-to-5 existence and feel trapped in a job you don't like, then this book is for you. But stay tuned to the end because the last point is the best of all. And if I had to boil this book down into one word, it would be enough. Enough is a powerful word. It's one that can change everything. Now, biblically speaking, Christ is enough, of course. And since we operate in a physical world, though, we need to have a right relationship with this green stuff called money. Money is not evil. Money is quite necessary for life and is important that we see God's kind provision even in the work that we do and the abilities that he has given us. So step one in your money or your life, Vicki says, is to figure out your total lifetime earnings and income. This gives you motivation. Too many people, she says, are stuck buying and chasing things that don't really align with their personal mission, goals, or values. What we do for money dominates our waking hours, and life is what can be fit into the scant remaining time, she says. This is a never-ending cycle, of course, and we need a better way to figure out what is enough and to evaluate our purchases in terms of our life energy spent. I think this is key. What to do? Keep track of every cent that comes in and out of your life. The best way to do this is to use your bank statement. Not fancy software, too complicated. Limit the number of transactions to 30 or 40 per month. Eliminate unnecessary subscriptions. Use cash or cash card equivalents for small purchases. And if you think about the number of things you buy in a given month, in terms of auto-paid bills, there's probably 15. There shouldn't be too many more than that you've got. And so the rest can fit into the prepaid cash card or using actual cash. This will make your budget much simpler to see what you're actually spending on the bigger things, and then you can set the cash amount for the card so you're not overspending there. At the end of each month, total up how much you spent and how much you earned. Subtract the two to see savings amount/rate. Put the numbers into categories based on which category they fall in, and divide by your actual hourly rate to determine how much of your life you spent to purchase items in this category. This moves things from theoretical problems to real life spent. And then last, add a plus or minus to each category to determine if you spent more than you actually wanted to in this category. I found that cash flow is the core metric when you're trying to do these things. Budgeting often creates a complicated, confusing mess of categories and feeling like you're never measuring up. It's all the same pool of money anyway, so just put it all in those separate categories, but keep them simple and total it up this way. It'll be much more helpful. Biblically speaking, work is good. And this book focuses a lot on reducing expenses. And she says that within 3 months, the average person reduces expenses by about 25%. And as a believer, to me, this idea of retiring early, which is a key emphasis of the book, is not as attractive or as important because I think work is a good thing. But she does fairly mention that you can continue working, just not for things that you don't want to do. So biblically, work is good and a way to serve and help others. There's one more big theme, though, in your money or your life that I think is an absolute home run, and it's the idea of integrity, this idea of being whole. It's a full person, full number, integer, 1. Making and working in a way that is consistent with your character is essential. This is why so many are discontent, chasing the next raise, title, promotion, dollar bill, etc. Now, this is key to contentment. We recognize that what we're doing is actually helping people and consistent with how we see people being made in God's image. So there are unethical jobs, unethical ways to make money. An example of this would be the lottery. It's unethical, it's a tax on poor people, and it's exploiting people in a very serious way. So as believers, we can rest in the finished work of Christ. We can rest in God's approval of us because Christ's death, burial, and resurrection for us is everything. And then we operate from that paradigm and extend that grace and love to others and point them to trusting in his sacrificial death, burial, and resurrection. Thanks for watching. Please remember to take a moment if you like this video and hammer that like button, like the 95 Theses, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much, and God bless.